Hi, it's Christy Littlemore, Maxine and Marty Gellin's team, Berkshire Hathaway, and today I'm at Casa De Manana with our executive director here, Justin Weber, to answer a few questions that a lot of our clients have asked us over the last year or two about Casa De Manana. Tell us a little bit what is a good time for families or people to come and interview or check out Casa De Manana in their transition.
You know, I don't think there's ever a bad time. I think
Okay.
that the earlier you get the information about any type of community, any type of services, the better off you're going to be. I think that people have a lot of decisions to make. Life transitions are hard, and moving, you can move down the street and that's a life transition, much less moving from a home or another community into this community. And so I think the more information you have, then you get to try to determine along your timeline at the best as possible when you might want to move. A community like Casa, we stay very full, and so it's important to kind of get a feel for what options you might have, and then get yourself either on a waiting list or say, this is really my preference and I really want to try to get this type of an apartment. We have some apartments you can walk right into depending on timing, but like anything else, it's really kind of the timing of life. And so I think the more information you have and the more opportunity you have to ask questions, the easier it's going to be. When it becomes a need or it becomes kind of a rush, that's when things can kind of get tough and you might have to make decisions that you wouldn't normally make on your own timeline. So for me, I mean, if I was ruling the world, as soon as people got Medicare, they would have to come get an education in our industry.
Okay.
Not necessarily Casa De Manana, but just how things work, because we'll have people that come in here and say, well, Medicare pays for this. Well, no, Medicare pays for a skilled nursing stay, but we don't have skilled nursing here at Casa. You get into a whole kind of conversation. So really just that education piece, I think, is important for people.
Okay, good. So a lot of our clients will even come to us a year, maybe 2 years before they are planning on transitioning into assisted living, or their parents. So coming 1 to 2 years prior is probably a good idea, especially if you're full and getting on a waiting list, or but often you've also had space for some of our clients even when it's been a little bit more rushed and needed. So
yeah, I mean, we've seen people that come and they'll take apartments that aren't necessarily their optimal choice, but they'll take that apartment to become part of our priority list, which will then jump them on the list because they live here. And so sometimes that's an option too, just depending on need. Sometimes people think, well, let's put our house on the market and just see how it goes, and then it goes. And it's like, well, now what do we do? We don't have that apartment that we want. Well, there's these other options as well. So I just think having that education and information is important.
Good, I agree. So prices, you know, there's a perception of, you know, we have ocean view here at Casa De Manana. What is the price range for the different levels of homes or condos here?
Yeah, so bookend, I think 3520 is our smallest studio apartment and our most affordable. And then we've got accommodations here that are a little over 11,000 at this point. The median price right now here at Casa De Manana is about $5,600 a month. And you know, that does include meals, that includes housekeeping, that includes transportation, that includes all those things. And so it really kind of depends on the apartment and the size. It does vary. We have 192 apartments here, and we probably have 187 floor plans. I mean, it's just crazy when they built this place how it kind of went. But so a wide range. But again, how people plan and what people are interested in kind of dictates where they go, I think.
Good, great. One last question. So what are some of the mistakes maybe you've seen families make, if any, that you could help our clients not make when they're in this transition in their parents' lives or in their own lives?
Well, I think the biggest mistake is waiting too long, to be very honest with you. And especially if you need health services or health-related services at all. Here at Casa, out of our 192 apartments, really 30 of them are kind of designated for full 24-hour assisted living. We provide some assistance in all apartments, but if you need overnight care or kind of on-demand care, we really need to be able to get our caregivers to you. And so that's really happening in our Casa Loma building. When we see people move in there, even from our other buildings here at Casa, the sooner they get the assistance they need, the more independent they tend to stay over the longer haul. If you wait and wait and wait, and now you're trying to get some level of assistance, sometimes it's too late. The other thing is sometimes I think that people, when they make this transition, they think, oh, I'm going there to sit around and do, you know, my own thing. Well, most people, when they get involved in a community like this, end up getting involved in committees and groups, and whether that be playing, you know, bridge in the afternoon or getting on the theater group here or becoming part of the chorale. the more you have the ability to interact and engage with people, I think the more meaningful things are. And so I think when people come in and they have that energy and they have that ability to socialize in the way that they want to meaningfully do and travel and do all those things, I think it opens up a lot of channels for people.
I agree.
So,
We've had some friends' parents here that were very active, so that really helped a lot.
Yeah.
Justin, thank you so much. We're at Casa De Manana here in La Jolla. I'm Christy Littlemore. I'm with Berkshire Hathaway, Maxine and Marty Gellin's team. We'll put a lot of information in the text of this video email as well. But if you have questions, you can reach out to us and we can get you in touch with Justin, or Betty Willis is really who you would come and meet with at Casa De Manana. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful and we hope to talk to you soon.